All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is standing out amongst the crowd. So if you know anything about me, I teach a Mastering Self-Confidence program. It's to help men find the woman of their dreams, even if they've been through a bad breakup or divorce. But I also talk about identity a lot in there. I also give advice on fitness, hygiene, grooming, many other things as well. But I think this is going to go for people that want to stand out, is what I should say. I think a lot of people don't mind not standing out. And I think me kind of being an introvert and an extrovert, I kind of like both. And I think a lot of people fit in that category, and they don't realize that. They either think, oh, I'm going to be introverted, or I'm going to be kind of just lost in the crowd, kind of be a wallflower. Is that what they call it, I think? Or then they have to be extreme and be kind of the life of the party. I'm here to tell you don't need to be either one of those things. Basically, you just need to be yourself. But if you are somebody that's kind of looking to stand out, I talk a lot about working from the outside in. I am definitely not a shrink when I want to help people. And even though I want to help people build confidence and believe in themselves, I'm not going to get caught up with always trying to change everyone's mindset. What I try to do is kind of work, again, from the outside in, maybe changing just some small things. It could be your shoes. It could be your wardrobe. It could be fitness, the way you look. All these other things were actually, by seeing yourself or another way, actually helps you build confidence. And one of the things I think a lot of people don't want to admit is they do want to stand out. And I discussed this even in my first book, actually the Model Bible. I wrote a book about helping women trying to break into the fashion industry, being a model. But the one thing people got to understand a lot of times is there's always going to be somebody obviously out there, better looking than you, taller than you, more fit than you, more rich than you, all the bullshit. No one gives a shit. What you got to find is what you want to be and what you're comfortable being. And one, I think, problem is a lot of people don't admit that, say they want to be, not, I'm saying better. A lot of people want to be better, obviously, and they want to be wealthier, say, but they don't want to admit why they want to do certain things. And it could be even like a lot of times I've been around family members that wanted to be musicians, or I have family members that are musicians. I've been around actors. I've been around a lot of different people throughout my life. And a lot of times why they succeeded a lot of times was because they simplified everything. So even I knew guys that were, say, musicians that ended up going very far, and you'd ask them and say, hey, why'd you get into this? A lot of times they're like, oh man, it was to create music, right? You'd hear that, or it's for the fans, or I do it because I am inspired, or what. A lot of them, truthfully, did it to get girls, right? A lot of them did it to get rich. A lot of them do it to get attention. That could be from many different things, right? Be honest with yourself. Why do you want to stand out? Why do you want to be unique? Why do you want people to take notice of yourself? I don't care what it is. It could be on social media. It could be personally. It could be at work. I don't care if it's at school. Whatever the case may be, the more you kind of thin the fat, or trim the fat is what I usually say, and find out who you really want to be and why you want to be that again, you're going to just be in the driver's seat. Because I think a lot of people, just want to be certain things or want to do something, and they just can't be honest with themselves why they truly want to do that. Just start with that. I don't care if you want to change your wardrobe. I don't care if you want to change your hairstyle. I don't care if you just want to change, your job, your profession, even the way you're maybe seen on social media, whatever the case may be. If you do want to make changes, I should actually say this. I see so many people that want to make changes but don't want to change. I know that sounds crazy. A lot of people are like, I'm sick of living like this. I'm sick of looking this way. But then they don't want to change anything to basically help better themselves in any way. I know it sounds crazy, but I run across that all the time. And I even find myself sometimes saying, I want change, but I'm not willing to change. That doesn't make sense either, but those are things that I think we all kind of run across in different times of our lives. So anyways, I am going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, if you want to check out my Mastering Self-Confidence program, it's masteringselfconfidence.com. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I have a podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. And I just love helping people if I can with their identity. And believe me, I don't know it all. And a lot of times my information may or may not work for you. But part of the just living is you needing to find the right people to help coach you, mentor you. And even if you can't find those people, you just going out and researching and finding the information that you need to succeed. And I've discussed this before, and I'm just going to mention it again. Do not get caught up with what everybody else is always telling you what you should and shouldn't do to succeed, I believe. Nothing wrong, again, with taking advice from others, taking it in. But you have to realize a lot of what they're telling you probably has nothing to do with your life. They most likely led an entirely different life. They may or may not have been in a better position than you in your life. They know different people. They may have different resources. They may have different finances than you. All these type of things. So for a lot of people to say, hey, I'm going to follow this person's, it could be even a program like mine. My program may or may not work for you. That's the reality. I can only give you information on what I know. So if you are thinking about standing out or taking things to the next level, you are going to have to be the one to discover how to get there. Now, again, gathering as much information as you can, but please take an honest approach and realize that you live an entirely different lifestyle than everyone else. You are an entirely different type of person. What you know is entirely most likely different than other people as well. I don't care if you have siblings, your parents, cousins, whatever the case may be. You have led most likely an entirely different life. So again, if you do want to change your identity or just stand out more, you're going to have to figure out or actually have the confidence. And I say sometimes it takes confidence to realize you need more confidence. Or what's my other saying? You got to be confident to build more. You got to be confident to build more confidence, I guess you could say. So these are all things that I had to learn because I always was kind of following other people saying, if I do this, if I follow their program or their routine, that'll work for me. If I do this, that'll work. A lot of times, and you may have done this, most of the times it doesn't work out. And then you sit there going, was it me? Was it them? Whose fault was it? It's really nobody's, right? But you have to figure out your own route, your own path. Go where your energy leads you, all right? That's really what I should say. And don't be bullshitted. I know a lot of people online are bullshitting you, all these gurus. I even did a video on it, fake gurus telling you if you do this, you're going to be this in a certain amount of time. That could go fitness as well. Do my workout routine in 30 days, you're going to look like this. It may happen. Most likely it's not. And if it doesn't, don't get caught up with that shit. Again, you're an entirely different person. So please pay attention to those things. All right? All right. Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.